Good morning. Day 2. Today's about blessings. When you're making a list of pros and cons, it's real easy to get lost in that tumbling barrel of negativity, of just how many things are screwed up about your life and how many things you don't have going for you. First of all, on that list of cons, erase everything that isn't actually happening to you. Don't make a list of stuff you wish you had, and that's a con. No. That is not a negative thing that exists in your life. That's a desire you have that hasn't come true yet. So right now, you can go add desire to the list of pros. See how I did that? It's all perspective, man. It's all how you choose to think about it. People get caught up on their own self-worth, their own self-image of their value. Your value has nothing to do with you believing it or not. Your actual value simply exists, no matter what you think of yourself. What you think about your value is your self-image, what you think about you. Your actual self is just your actual self, with or without your doubt or belief. It just is. So try to keep that in mind when you're kicking yourself. Now, if you're going to make a list of your blessings, unlike your cons, on your cons list, don't list the small stuff. All the little inconveniences that you have to deal with, that we all have to deal with, boo-hoo. Yes, you're human. Everybody's got that list, so that doesn't matter. The big cons matter. Put the big cons on there. Those are worth looking at. But your list of blessings, to really make a list of your blessings, you do have to include every tiny, minuscule, insignificant, seemingly worthless blessing in that list. Every single thing, every tiny, minute, infinitesimal speck of goodness that exists in your life is worth putting on that piece of paper. As human beings, our brain it just naturally focuses on the negative because we're troubleshooters, we're puzzle solvers. We're primates with opposable thumbs who can use tools to solve things. We build to separate ourselves from nature. Clothing, foot coverings, coffee. We protect ourselves without evolving. We are puzzle solvers by nature. It is what we do to look at a problem and instantly think about the negative parts of it, to think about the bad stuff. That's just natural. It doesn't mean we're depressed. It just means that we're functioning the way we should. We are problem solvers. We are puzzle figure-outers. We're troubleshooters, man. We're human. Listing out the tiny things, don't worry about it. Listing out the tiny things on the good side? Oh yeah. Good morning. Day 3. It's 4 o'clock. Time to get up. Good morning. Day 3. 0600. No, I started on time today, but I did my walking before I started recording. I'm heading back to the car now. I am done. I'm exhausted. It is super muggy today. Oh my God, that fog. Humidity is 5,000 or 9,000, whatever. So today is about recognition. Now, when most people hear the term recognition, what do they think about? Well, they think about when your boss comes and tells you did a really good job today. That's recognition. When one of your friends says, "Are you losing weight? You look good." That's recognition. When someone offers you a compliment about something you did, that's recognition. All of that has its own value, but it is not what I'm talking about today. Recognition, for purposes of this series, is your own self-recognition of what you are, of who you are, the difference between them, recognizing your limits, recognizing your talents, actively being aware of them, making that list of pros and cons. Recognize yourself for who you are, your life choices, your lifestyle, your dreams, your aspirations, your failures, your regrets, your fears, the things you love. That's who you are. Recognize what you are. I mean, to put it simply, your genetic code. Nature spits us out with a certain number of puzzle pieces, and that's what we are. And the what is, it's defined. But the who is every aspect of our life from the beginning of our existence to right now. Things that we have control over, things that we choose. I put it to my friends like this: every achievement and failure that I've ever had is a tiny little trophy sitting behind me on an imaginary mantle. There are shiny gold trophies for all the good things I've done. There's some silver ones, a lot of them. They're for the not so perfect, but all right, I'll take it. That was a kind of a win. And there's some bronze trophies in there, sure. I didn't place at the top, but I was a part of the good thing that happened. But there's also a lot of tarnished trophies up there. There's a lot of dark trophies on that mantle. Those dark trophies belong on that mantle. They are just as much a part of my life as all the shiny bits that I've ever done. Recognize the difference. Recognize yourself for what and who you truly are. And don't forget to give yourself some praise now and then, man. Pat yourself on the back. It's okay to gloat if you're talking to the mirror. It's okay to boast about your accomplishments if you're talking to yourself. It's okay to brag and parade around when you're in your own mind. We got this image that we're supposed to recognize others, but not take praise ourselves. Well, expecting other people to praise you all the time, that's not good either. Being dependent on the praise of others is weakness. You gotta get rid of that. You gotta let that go. You do not need other people's acceptance or praise to recognize yourself. Does it feel nice? Of course. It feels great to be recognized. It feels great to be praised, especially when that praise is after you tried so hard. Or when you're really feeling down and somebody says, hey, I really appreciate the time we've spent together. Just wanted to let you know you're a great friend and I love you. Man, when you're feeling down, there's like nothing better, but don't wait for everybody else to recognize you. Recognize yourself, but don't just do the praise thing. Recognize the good, recognize the bad. It's okay to have a full mantle of trophies. They're not gonna be all shiny, and that's okay. Every one of your trophies, whether it's a failure or a success, has made you who you are today. Recognize yourself. Recognize who you are. So, for me, that's what recognition means. Is to take a step back, look at myself, and recognize that I'm okay. Be smart, stay safe. Thanks as always for bearing with me. Good morning, everybody. 0500 again, day 4. Today I'm going to talk to you about productivity, being productive. Now, there's a lot of self-help websites and YouTubes and books. There's tons of media about how to be productive. Well, I'm not one of those experts. I can't give you a guarantee on how to keep focused on your task, make the project go your way, all that stuff. Something always happens. Something always goes wrong. Something always goes wrong. There's something. You remember the list of pros and cons that we've talked about? How human nature makes us all really good at identifying just how things could go wrong, seeing the bad parts of anything. Being productive, we're going to use this to our advantage. Before you set out on a task, make a list of everything that could go wrong. As much as you can, make a list. Now, don't obsess over the items on this list, or how long the list is, or the fact that you have a list of negative things. The task I present to you is make a list of cons. If you are making a list of cons right now, then you are succeeding at this goal. Think about that. Just by making a list of cons, things that could go wrong, you are succeeding, okay? Because that's the task at hand. Identify anything that could get in your way. Issues, problems, troubleshoot it. We are really good at troubleshooting, at seeing what could go wrong. It's what we obsess over. Use that to your advantage. Now that you've got a list of things that could go wrong with your upcoming project, start fixing those problems, figure out those problems before they come, before they happen. Anything that could distract you and get you off course, take care of it now. In order to be productive, you have to be proactive. It never fails. When you're trying to get a project complete, when you start a project and you're working on it, something always gets in the way. Something always distracts us. ADD, squirrel! We all get distracted. So be proactive and eliminate as many of those distractions or problems that could come up before you start. Take care of as much as you can. Get all the material you need to perform tasks and to work on this project. Get all the materials you need. Make sure you have enough time to dedicate to it, whether it's a couple hours a day, 10 minutes, whatever you need. Be proactive. When we are reacting to things that go wrong, it slows down our production. It makes everything fall apart. We get distracted, we squirrel, we get nothing done. If you want to be productive, you have to be proactive. Once you have the list of cons and you've fixed everything you can possibly fix and you're ready to start the task, well, now you are the third part of this puzzle. You are prepared. In order to be productive, you must be proactive and prepared for the task. Don't let things get in your way. Don't worry about there's so much wrong with this project that I can never start it. Be proactive. Puzzle solve before you begin. Once you're prepared, really prepared, you'll find that being productive is much easier. It's all about perspective. There's a whole bunch of P's in this one. So be more proactive, man. Look for the problems before they get there. Solve what you can before you dive in. Be proactive. Once you're fully prepared, you will be more productive. Now, this isn't a guarantee that you're going to be 100% on task the entire time. No distractions, no problems. Everything goes your way and success. That's not going to happen. I mean, if you figure that out, please tell me how, because I'll put that in another video. Productivity isn't just what you get done while you're working on the project. It's the build up to it. True productivity starts well before the task begins. That's my thought for the day. Gonna pass it off to some more pictures of nature and my little goodbye. Be smart. Please stay safe out there. And thanks as always for bearing with me.